change often feels like something huge and overwhelming. People imagine that to transform their lives, they need to make drastic shifts, invest countless hours, or wait for some perfect moment that rarely comes. But the truth is far simpler and much more powerful. Transformation begins with small, consistent actions. One focused hour a day, just 60 minutes, is enough to spark real, meaningful change. It might sound surprising, but dedicating this small slice of time consistently can completely alter the course of your life. Think about it. An hour is just a tiny fraction of your day, only about 4% of your total 24 hours. Most of us spend far more time on things that don't truly serve our growth, scrolling through social media, watching TV, or engaging in endless distractions. If you reclaim just that 1 hour and use it intentionally, that small commitment accumulates into an unstoppable force over weeks, months, and years. The key is not to underestimate the power of incremental progress. When you commit to spending an hour each day focused on your goal, whether it's learning a new skill, improving your health, or building a side business, you create a momentum that pushes you forward. Day by day, you stack small wins on top of each other. These tiny successes, though they might seem insignificant in isolation, compound to create a powerful wave of transformation. It's also important to understand that this doesn't require massive bursts of effort or overnight success. In fact, 1 hour a day is sustainable and realistic for almost anyone, no matter how busy their schedule. Because this 1 hour is focused, intentional, and free from distractions, it becomes incredibly productive. That focused hour becomes your secret weapon against procrastination and overwhelm. Moreover, dedicating an hour daily helps you build discipline and strengthens your mindset. It sends a clear message to yourself that your goals and dreams matter. This small but powerful daily habit shifts your identity. You start seeing yourself as someone who takes action consistently and prioritizes growth. Over time, this new identity fuels even more motivation and drive, making it easier to keep going. Consistency is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Even if progress feels slow at first, that hour compounds quietly, almost invisibly, setting the foundation for bigger breakthroughs. When you look back after weeks or months, you'll be amazed at how far that single hour each day has taken you. So never underestimate the power of small, daily investments in yourself. You don't have to overhaul your entire life in one day. You don't need to wait for motivation to strike or for the perfect time to begin. Start right now with just one focused hour. That hour can be the turning point, the beginning of a journey that changes everything. If you want, I can help you with expansions for the other points too. Many people believe that success is about having more time, more hours in the day to get things done. They think the secret to achieving their goals lies in squeezing every minute out of their schedule, multitasking, or working longer and harder. But the reality is that it's not the quantity of time that matters most, it's the quality of how you use that time. Focus, intention, and presence are the real game changers. You can spend 10 hours distracted and scattered, hopping between tasks, checking your phone, or letting your mind wander, and accomplish very little. On the other hand, just one single hour of concentrated effort, free from interruptions, can move you miles ahead in your journey. It's about being fully engaged in the moment and directing your energy with purpose. When you bring your full attention to one task or goal for a dedicated period, your brain enters a state where it can work deeply and efficiently. This focus helps you absorb information faster, solve problems creatively, and perform at a higher level. Your mind stops wasting energy on distractions and instead channels it into meaningful progress. This principle applies to all areas of life, whether you're trying to learn a new skill, start a business, improve your fitness, or develop healthier habits. The intensity and clarity of your focus determine the results you'll get. Time alone doesn't guarantee success. Many people have plenty of free time but lack the discipline or clarity to use it well. Another important aspect is how distractions steal your productivity without you realizing it. Every time you switch from one task to another, your brain needs time to refocus. This attention residue means you lose momentum and waste mental energy, which drags down the quality of your work. Even small interruptions like checking a text or email can break your flow and make you less effective. By contrast, dedicating just 1 hour with zero distractions, no phone, no emails, no social media, allows your brain to fully immerse in what matters. That hour becomes a powerhouse of creativity, learning, and achievement. It's like turning on a laser beam instead of a flashlight. The energy is concentrated and sharp, cutting through the noise and getting to the heart of what you want to accomplish. Ultimately, success comes down to how well you manage your attention, not just your time. The people who get the most done aren't those who work the longest hours, but those who work with the deepest focus. They prioritize their highest value activities and eliminate anything that pulls them away. So, instead of trying to stretch your day longer or do more things at once, choose to make your time count by being fully present. Make 1 hour a sacred window where you lock in, commit, and create without distraction. This hour of focused effort will consistently produce better outcomes than hours of scattered attention. It's the difference between spinning your wheels and actually moving forward. When you master the art of focused time, you unlock the true power of productivity, and that is the foundation for transforming everything in your life. If you want, I can also expand the other key points. Consistency is the secret ingredient that turns small efforts into massive success. 1 hour a day might seem insignificant on its own, but when you commit to showing up every day, the results multiply in ways you might not expect. This steady daily discipline builds momentum, a force that pushes you forward even on days when motivation wanes or obstacles arise. Think about anything great in your life or in the world. Rarely is it achieved by sudden bursts of effort followed by long breaks. Instead, success comes from persistent, focused work that compounds over time. By dedicating 1 hour each day to a specific goal, you create a powerful habit. This habit becomes part of your identity and lifestyle, making progress inevitable. The beauty of daily discipline is that it reduces the overwhelm that often accompanies big goals. When you focus on 1 hour instead of the entire mountain, the challenge feels manageable. You don't need to be perfect, and you don't need to achieve everything at once. What matters is that you consistently show up and give that hour your full attention. Over weeks and months, those hours add up to thousands of minutes, enough to master a skill, launch a project, or transform your mindset. This kind of steady commitment also strengthens your mental resilience. When you make a daily habit of working on your goals, you train yourself to push through resistance and distractions. You learn to value your progress and celebrate small wins, which fuels your motivation further. Even on days when you don't feel like it, your routine carries you through. Moreover, the compound effect of this consistent effort is astounding. Just 1 hour a day amounts to 365 hours a year, the equivalent of several weeks of full-time work dedicated solely to your passion or improvement. Imagine what you could achieve with that much focused time: writing a book, mastering a language, getting in the best shape of your life, or building a thriving business. It's all within reach if you commit to this daily practice. Another benefit is how this habit reshapes your self-image. As you consistently invest time in your growth, you start seeing yourself differently, not as someone who procrastinates or gives up easily, but as someone who takes control and acts with purpose. This shift in identity creates a positive feedback loop where your actions and beliefs reinforce each other, making success feel natural and attainable. Remember, the journey to success is not about speed, but about persistence. There will be setbacks, distractions, and days when progress feels slow, but the key is to keep showing up. Each day you dedicate that hour to your goals, you're laying another brick in the foundation of your future success. In short, 1 hour a day isn't just about the time itself, it's about the power of consistency, momentum, and the habit of daily action. By embracing this approach, you turn small, deliberate efforts into unstoppable progress that transforms your life in ways you never thought possible. Let me know if you want expansions for the other key points. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. They come in the form of constant notifications, social media updates, emails, messages, and the endless stream of content competing for your attention. These distractions pull you away from what truly matters and rob you of the focus needed to make real progress. To achieve significant growth and success, it's essential to create an environment where distractions are minimized and focus can flourish. Distractions are not just annoying interruptions. They actively undermine your productivity and ability to concentrate. When your attention is fragmented, your brain struggles to maintain a state of deep work. Every time you shift your focus from one thing to another, you lose precious seconds, or even minutes, reorienting yourself. This continual switching drains your mental energy and reduces the quality of your output. It's like trying to run a race while constantly stopping and starting. You can't build momentum and your progress slows down. To combat this, you must be intentional about cutting out the noise. This means taking proactive steps to design your environment and daily routine in ways that protect your focus. Simple actions can have a huge impact. Turning off unnecessary notifications, setting specific times to check emails or social media, and creating a dedicated workspace free from distractions. These boundaries help signal to your brain that it's time to focus and do important work. Another powerful tool is establishing clear priorities. When you know exactly what your highest value activities are, you're less likely to get sidetracked by less important tasks or tempting distractions. Prioritization creates clarity and purpose, which naturally enhances your ability to concentrate. When your goals are clear, distractions lose their power because you're driven by a strong sense of what needs to be done. It's also helpful to develop rituals that support deep focus. This might include starting your focused hour with a brief moment of mindfulness or planning, setting a timer to commit to uninterrupted work, or using techniques like the Pomodoro method to break your work into manageable intervals. These rituals train your mind to enter a state of concentration more easily and maintain it longer. Removing distractions isn't just about external factors. Internal distractions, such as wandering thoughts, worries, or doubts, can be just as disruptive. Cultivating mindfulness and mental clarity through practices like meditation or journaling can help you gain control over your internal dialogue. The calmer and more centered your mind, the better you can focus on the task at hand. Ultimately, protecting your focus time is a form of self-respect. It means valuing your goals and your growth enough to say no to the endless barrage of distractions. When you make focus a priority, you create the space needed for creativity, learning, and meaningful progress. The result is an exponential increase in productivity and a deeper sense of accomplishment. In a world full of distractions, your ability to create quiet, focused space is a superpower. By deliberately cutting out the noise, you unlock the potential to achieve far more than you ever thought possible. This focus becomes the foundation upon which you build everything else. If you want, I can continue expanding the remaining key points. That 1 hour you dedicate every day isn't just any hour. It's your most valuable asset. It represents your commitment to yourself and your goals. Treating this time as sacred is crucial, because how you value your time reflects how you value your dreams and ambitions. When you make that hour non-negotiable, you send a powerful message to your mind and your life that your growth and success are priorities. Many people allow their time to be fragmented by distractions or obligations that don't align with their true purpose. They might say yes to too many things or let external pressures pull them away from their priorities. But the truth is, your time is the one resource you cannot replenish. Once it's gone forever. This is why protecting that focused hour is essential. You must guard it fiercely and honor it consistently. Making your hour non-negotiable means setting clear boundaries. It's about deciding that no matter what else is happening in your day, this hour belongs to you and your goals. It might mean telling others that you're unavailable during this time or turning off your phone and other distractions. It might also mean resisting the temptation to skip your hour when you're tired or feel uninspired. Because the real power lies in showing up, even when it's challenging. This hour is an investment, and like any investment, it requires discipline and care. You wouldn't casually spend money on something that matters deeply to you without careful thought. The same applies to your time. When you treat your hour as a valuable resource, you use it with intention and purpose. You're more focused, more deliberate, and more productive. Honoring this time also cultivates respect for yourself. It builds confidence and self-trust because you prove to yourself day after day that you can commit and follow through. This kind of self-respect ripples into other areas of your life. When you respect your time and goals, others begin to respect you more too. You set a standard for how you expect to be treated, by yourself and by the world. Furthermore, protecting your hour helps you avoid burnout. When you spread yourself too thin or neglect your priorities, it's easy to become exhausted and lose motivation. But when you have a clear, consistent block of time dedicated to meaningful work or growth, it recharges you mentally and emotionally. That focused hour becomes your anchor, a moment of clarity and progress amid the chaos of everyday life. It's also important to be flexible about how you use this hour, as long as it aligns with your ultimate goals. Some days it might be learning, other days it might be planning, practicing, or reflecting. The key is consistency in showing up and honoring that time, rather than rigidly sticking to one specific task. This flexibility helps sustain the habit and keeps it enjoyable rather than a burden. In essence, making that hour sacred transforms your relationship with time. It becomes not just a measure of minutes, but a declaration of your values and vision. This hour is your power. Guard it, respect it, and use it wisely. And you will see how it shapes your path towards success and fulfillment. If you want me to continue with the last key point, just let me know. Winning the hour means more than just completing a task within 60 minutes. It means fully committing your energy, focus, and intention to that moment, making it count in a way that impacts your entire day. When you win that hour, you set the tone for everything that follows. The quality of your day is directly tied to how well you use your time, especially those crucial moments when your concentration is sharpest. By mastering this 1 hour, you create a ripple effect that boosts your productivity, motivation, and confidence throughout the day. Think about how a strong start can influence your mood and performance. When you begin your day with purpose and dedication, you build momentum. That momentum carries forward, making challenges easier to face and decisions clearer. On the other hand, if you let that hour slip away to distractions or low-value activities, you might find yourself struggling to regain focus or energy later. Winning the hour is about seizing control early and setting yourself up for success. This concept applies beyond just the morning or a specific time block. Every hour you approach with full intention has the potential to be a win. It's about the mindset you bring, choosing to give your best effort, regardless of outside circumstances. Winning the hour means saying no to procrastination, to distractions, and to anything that steals your energy. It's a deliberate choice to honor your goals and invest in your growth. The power of winning the hour becomes clear when you look at the cumulative effect over time. Winning 1 hour a day might seem small, but stringing together these victories day after day creates an unstoppable pattern of success. Each hour you conquer strengthens your habits, builds your skills, and moves you closer to your dreams. This steady accumulation transforms the seemingly impossible into the achievable. Moreover, winning the hour teaches you self-discipline and resilience. It requires you to overcome internal resistance, those moments when you want to give up, get distracted, or settle for less. Choosing to win that hour builds mental toughness, making you more capable of handling bigger challenges and longer commitments. You prove to yourself that you can be reliable and consistent, even when motivation fluctuates. Winning the hour also nurtures a deep sense of fulfillment. There's a unique satisfaction that comes from knowing you invested your time wisely, that you made progress on what matters most. This feeling boosts your confidence and fuels your passion, inspiring you to keep pushing forward. It transforms your perspective from seeing tasks as chores to viewing them as stepping stones toward your greater vision. Ultimately, winning the hour is about reclaiming your power over your day and your life. It's about making every minute count and refusing to let distractions or doubt steal your potential. When you win your hour consistently, you win your day, and over time, those days add up to a life you're proud of. The journey to transformation doesn't require massive leaps. It requires winning the small battles consistently. Each hour you dedicate with focus and purpose is a victory that propels you forward. Start winning your hour today and watch how it changes everything.